For centuries, France has been at the beating heart of Europe's wars. The Kingdom of Napoleon, the Fortress of Verdun, the Liberation Army of 1944. It is a nation forged by conflict and defined by resilience. Today, the French army stands not just as a relic of history, but as one of the most capable, adaptable, and globally deployed land forces in the world. From the deserts of Africa to the forests of Eastern Europe, French soldiers carry a legacy of courage, and a modern doctrine built for the wars of the 21st century. When people think of military superpowers, they often name the United States, China, or Russia. But few realize that France, with its professional army, nuclear deterrent, and expeditionary reach, is a power unlike any other in Europe. It doesn't just defend borders. It projects influence, intervenes abroad, and acts when others hesitate. The French army is smaller than it once was, but it is sharper, faster, and built for action. Before diving into the weapons, the strategy, and the global deployments that define it, take a second to support the channel. If you enjoy long-form military analysis, where we explore the forces shaping global power, make sure to like this video and subscribe. It helps this kind of documentary content reach more viewers and keeps these deep dives possible. Now, let's get back to France, and the modern force that carries one of the oldest military traditions in the world. The story of the modern French army begins in the ashes of the 20th century. After World War II, France rebuilt its armed forces not just to defend Europe but to reclaim its voice on the global stage. The French military evolved from colonial warfare in Indochina and Algeria into a fully professional, highly mobile army. By 1996, France abolished conscription, transforming its forces into one of the first all-volunteer, fully professional militaries in Europe. This shift changed everything, from training to mindset. The French army became leaner, more specialized, and far more expeditionary. France doesn't just train for hypothetical wars, it fights real ones. Over the past 30 years, it has deployed continuously, from the Balkans and Afghanistan to Mali, the Central African Republic, and the Middle East. Few nations have maintained that level of operational tempo. This constant engagement has created an army that is not only experienced but confident in its ability to operate independently. At its core stands the Armée de Terre, the French army, consisting of roughly 120,000 active personnel. It's organized around a flexible structure of divisions, brigades, and regiments, designed for quick deployment anywhere on Earth. These units form the backbone of French military projection, supported by a logistics and command infrastructure that rivals far larger militaries. France's army may be compact, but it punches above its weight because it is designed to move. Mobility has always been France's greatest strength. Whether in Europe, Africa, or the Middle East, French forces are trained to deploy fast, sustain themselves in hostile environments, and adapt on the fly. That doctrine is rooted in the idea of projection de puissance, the ability to take national power anywhere it's needed. From the Foreign Legion's forward bases in Djibouti to airlift capabilities spanning continents, France can act within days, not weeks. One of the most famous examples of this agility came in 2013, during Operation Serval in Mali. Islamist militants had seized control of northern Mali, threatening the entire country. Within days, France launched an intervention. Using paratroopers, Mirage jets, and a small but elite strike force, it halted the advance and retook key cities. The entire operation demonstrated what France does best: decisive action, executed quickly with precision and limited resources. Serval later evolved into Operation Barkhane, a multi-year counterterrorism mission across the Sahel, involving thousands of soldiers spread across 5 nations. The French army developed expertise in desert warfare, intelligence-driven strikes, and cooperation with African partners. While the political outcome remains debated, militarily it showed something rare: a European army capable of sustained expeditionary warfare far from home. The backbone of that capability lies in France's elite units. The French Foreign Legion, one of the most legendary formations on Earth, brings together soldiers from over 150 nationalities under one flag. Their training is brutal, their discipline unmatched, and their esprit de corps legendary. They serve on the front lines of almost every French deployment, a symbol of endurance and adaptability. Alongside them, the 2nd Armored Brigade, 11th Parachute Brigade, and 27th Mountain Infantry Brigade form the cutting edge of France's combat readiness. Each is specialized for different terrains and missions, from high-altitude warfare to rapid airborne assaults. Behind these units lies a powerful arsenal. The French Army's main battle tank, the Leclerc, is a marvel of engineering, lighter than many of its peers but faster and exceptionally well-armed. Its advanced fire control system and modular armor make it a formidable weapon. France's modernization program is gradually upgrading these tanks to a new standard, with better networking and protection for future conflicts. But the future of the French army isn't just about tanks. It's about digitization. France has invested heavily in a program known as Scorpion, a massive modernization project that connects every vehicle, soldier, and command post into one integrated digital network. This is France's answer to the networked warfare of the 21st century, a battlefield where information moves as fast as bullets. Under Scorpion, the army is replacing old vehicles with new high-tech platforms like the Griffin armored personnel carrier, the Jaguar reconnaissance vehicle, and the Serval light multi-role vehicle. Each is equipped with advanced sensors, modular armor, and communication systems that allow soldiers to share real-time battlefield data. A French infantry squad in 2030 will be more connected, aware, and lethal than ever before. This transformation mirrors a doctrine known as infocentric warfare, where information superiority becomes the key to tactical victory. It's not just about firepower anymore, it's about who sees first, who reacts faster, and who can coordinate strikes with precision. The French army is preparing for this reality, one where wars are fought by humans, machines, and the data that binds them. France's technological edge also extends to its artillery and air mobility. The Caesar self-propelled howitzer, a wheeled artillery system, has become a global export success. It combines long range, precision, and mobility. In Ukraine, Caesars have earned a reputation for accuracy and survivability, proving that French design can compete with the best. These guns are vital to France's doctrine of rapid, flexible response. They can be deployed by plane, strike from afar, and relocate before being targeted. Supporting this mobility is the Aviation Légère de l'Armée de Terre, France's army aviation branch. It operates Tigre attack helicopters, NH-90 transport helicopters, and Cougar utility choppers, providing both fire support and rapid troop deployment. The combination of artillery, air mobility, and mechanized infantry allows France to wage combined arms warfare at a level unmatched by most of its European peers. Yet what truly distinguishes the French army is its strategic independence. Unlike most European militaries, France maintains full-spectrum capabilities: nuclear weapons, satellite reconnaissance, intelligence networks, and global logistics. This allows it to act without relying entirely on NATO or US support. When Paris decides to intervene, it can. That autonomy is a political weapon as much as a military one, a reminder that France remains a sovereign power with a global voice. At the center of that independence stands France's nuclear deterrent, known as the force de frappe. While primarily an air and naval-based deterrent, it shapes every aspect of French defense thinking. The army operates under the protection of that strategic umbrella, allowing it to focus on conventional warfare while ensuring no adversary can escalate beyond a point of no return. This nuclear shield gives France freedom of action, the ability to engage abroad without existential fear. But French power isn't only defined by hardware and weapons. It's built on doctrine, a philosophy of war deeply rooted in experience. French military thought has always emphasized agility, intelligence, and maneuver over brute strength. From the Napoleonic Wars to the counterinsurgency campaigns of the 20th century, France learned that victory depends on speed, coordination, and willpower. Its modern doctrine, Gagner la guerre avant la guerre, literally means win the war before the war. It reflects a mindset focused on deterrence, rapid reaction, and preemption. That mindset is reflected in the army's training. Every French soldier, from the legionnaire to the paratrooper, is taught to operate independently, think critically, and improvise under fire. The army schools and academies produce officers who combine tactical experience with deep theoretical grounding. The École de Guerre War College is one of the oldest and most respected in the world, training officers not just to fight wars but to understand them. French leadership culture values initiative. A platoon leader in the Sahel may command isolated troops hundreds of kilometers from higher command, yet is expected to make decisions with strategic impact. This trust in the individual, this confidence in the junior leader, is a defining strength of the French army. It produces flexibility where larger, more rigid militaries often falter. Of course, no army operates in isolation. France's power also comes from its alliances and partnerships. Within NATO, France plays a central role, leading battle groups in Eastern Europe and contributing to rapid reaction forces. In Africa, it has long-standing defense agreements with nations like Chad, Niger, and Senegal, giving it forward bases and regional influence. And within the European Union, France has become the de facto military leader, the only EU nation with nuclear weapons and global expeditionary capabilities. This leadership has been visible in operations like Operation Camel, France's contribution to the fight against ISIS, and in its deployments to Eastern Europe after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. French troops, tanks, and aircraft now patrol NATO's eastern flank, demonstrating solidarity while reminding allies that France's army is one of the few in Europe ready to fight tonight. Domestically, the French army also plays a crucial role in homeland security. Under Operation Sentinelle, launched after the 2015 terrorist attacks, thousands of soldiers patrol French cities to deter and respond to terrorist threats. This blending of external defense and internal protection gives France a unique model, an army not just for foreign wars but for national resilience. What ties all of these threads together, from nuclear deterrence to peacekeeping, is a simple truth: the French army is built to act. It is not an army of waiting but of doing. Whether it's stabilizing a region, defending Europe, or providing disaster relief, its doctrine values action over hesitation. This willingness to act alone when necessary has made France both respected and criticized. It is a reminder that in a world of endless debate, decisive military power still matters. Paris understands that force, when used wisely, can shape peace, and that credibility requires capability. Looking forward, the French army is preparing for new challenges. The wars of the future will not look like Mali or Iraq. They will be high-intensity, technologically advanced, and fought across multiple domains: cyber, space, and information. France's modernization efforts, from Scorpion to AI integration, aim to ensure that its forces can survive and win in that environment. The next decade will see the French army fielding integrated networks of manned and unmanned vehicles, deploying drones alongside armored columns, and using advanced data systems to strike faster and smarter. At the same time, it will continue to train for endurance, because as technology evolves, one constant remains: war is still fought by people. And French soldiers remain some of the most battle-tested in the democratic world. They fought insurgents, terrorists, militias, and conventional forces, often in the harshest conditions on Earth. That experience cannot be replicated in exercises or simulations. It's earned mission by mission, deployment by deployment. This constant exposure to real-world combat gives the French army something that paper strength cannot measure: grit. It is an army that knows what war feels like, that understands its chaos, its complexity, and its cost. That knowledge shapes its leadership, its planning, and its caution. France does not rush into wars lightly, but when it does, it moves with precision and conviction. So, how powerful is the French army really? It is not the largest. It does not boast the most tanks or the biggest budget. But power is not just measured in numbers. Power is the ability to act when others cannot, and to win when others falter. The French army can deploy 10,000 troops abroad on short notice, sustain operations across continents, and fight in terrains ranging from deserts to mountains to cities. It has one of the most advanced artillery systems in the world, one of the most connected modernization programs, and one of the few military cultures that blends independence with alliance. It is the only European army that can conduct a full-scale expeditionary campaign without external help. That autonomy, that blend of agility and experience, makes it a power far greater than its size suggests. In the end, the French army's strength lies in its balance. It is both modern and historical, scientific and human, strategic and moral. It fights not for conquest but for stability. It carries the memory of its past, from Napoleon's legions to the Free French of de Gaulle, but it looks firmly toward the future. It is an army that remembers loss, honors sacrifice, and still believes in the value of defense, not as aggression but as duty. The French army is not the biggest, but it is among the boldest. It is not the loudest, but it is among the most active. And in a world once again teetering between chaos and order, its quiet, disciplined power reminds us that sometimes strength doesn't need to shout. It just needs to endure. Because for France, as for every soldier who wears its uniform, power is not about dominance. It's about readiness. And readiness, as history shows, is what wins wars.